Guys, we finally made it. Naoya Inoue and Junto Nakatani fight week is here. The fight we've been waiting for, the one that we deserve, the fight that to end all fights. Yes, 32-0 versus 32-0. Somebody's O has got to go. Naoya Inoue and Junto Nakatani. Two of Japan's finest boxers. Super bantamweight title. Three belts on the line. 3 belts on the line. Super bantamweight. Inoue, top 3 pound for pound fighter. And Junto Nakatani, the up and comer, the southpaw, the dangerous one. Looks like a praying mantis when he fights. Yes, I'm excited, guys. If you can't tell, I am more than excited. This is the best fight on so far this year. Inoue and Nakatani is one of those fights to where we're going to look back and be like, wow, he was great, and that was the moment he proved it. Now, a lot of people are going to say, oh, Inoue's moment was Stephen Fulton. And yeah, I agree. Stephen Fulton is his best win by far. But when you look back at it, you look back at the massively sold out arena in Japan, the superstardom that these two guys are putting on, the proof that Japan not only loves fights, they love boxing. They've got 2 of their best. Then they've got his brother, Takuma Inoue. They've got Jin Sasaki on here. They've got so many of their great talents going to this show. This is going to be the one the spectacle. It's going to be the one that's remembered more than Stephen Fulton, Luis Neri. More than all of that for Inoue. More than Nonito Donaire. This is Naoya Inoue's I'm here moment on the big stage. And it's going to be the one that delivers him from the world of, oh, he's just a Japanese star to, oh, this guy is a world star. He's right there. Like, he's right on the cusp. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but like, Naoya Inoue is everything a boxing fan loves. He's action fighter. He's brash. He's cocky, but he also backs it up with his fist. He backs it up with that mean left hook, but he's also got a nice right hand. Junto Nakatani is an interesting fighter for him. He's long and he's lanky, obviously. Southpaw, like what I've mentioned. But one of the things that people don't really bring up is that he's also, hittable. As excited as I am for this fight, and believe me, I'm very excited for this fight. I've been watching them build this fight up since they started. I've been watching Nakatani since he was on the undercards. And to watch him go in there and beat, I'm looking at his record, like Reyes, Nishida, Contreras, those last 3, and you're looking at this guy and he's collecting a belt. He's got another belt, and now there's 3 on the line. You kind of get rose-tinted glasses. Oh, he's great, but you don't really kind of catch what he brings to the table. And Inoue's been preparing for this fight. I think he's preparing for the Tank Davis fight eventually, but Inoue's been preparing for a southpaw big fight for a long time, be it Gervonta Davis or be it Junto Nakatani. He's been preparing. Let's see, what was it? Akhmadaliev, Doheny, Luis Neri, all of these guys, Tapalez, I think all of those guys are southpaws. He's been fighting a lot of southpaws lately, preparing for this big showdown. And he's looked good against them too. So let's start it off by talking about Nakatani. He's hittable. He's long, and he leaves his punches out on a platter to be hit. Not a good look. Not a good look at all, especially when you're fighting somebody like Inoue. Inoue's going to hit his body first, and watch how this fight plays out. He's going to hit his body. He's going to work the body, and those hands will come down. And he will start leaving them out, down. That leaves open the chin. And if you look at it as hittable as Nakatani is, he gets caught by the left hook a lot. Whose best punch is the left hook? What's Inoue's best punch? It's the left hook. That is his bread and butter. Albeit he's been working with the right hand a lot more lately, sure, against southpaws, because right hand is your southpaw killer. You throw a straight right down the pipe and it eats up southpaws. Now, the same for southpaws going against orthodox fighters too. You throw that left hand right up the middle and it is dangerous because it's just a different angle. You've got your 2 lead hands together. But I look for Inoue to start early by hitting the body of Junto Nakatani. He's so tall, he's so lanky, but he's also very skinny. Hitting the body is going to work wonders for Inoue. Then I look for him to start fighting the lead hand. You start seeing Inoue with his left hand pawing down, like get this. He's gonna paw and boom, left hook over the top, and that's where it's gonna start. But when Inoue sees the finish, he sees Nakatani's hurt, he's not gonna let him off the hook. No. That's not what Inoue does. He's a monster. He's a hunter. He's a monster hunter, even though he is the monster. He's going to go for the kill. And I just don't know if Junto Nakatani is going to be able to survive that. This fight is the best on paper just because of the stakes. As far as a technical sense with the footwork, I see Nakatani constantly getting out of position, constantly over-swinging and putting himself in bad spots. I constantly see that, and Inoue will punish that every single fight. Sure, this fight's exciting on paper. Sure, I'm going to be up at 5, 6 a.m. to watch it. But I don't think, technically speaking, that this fight is going to be that difficult for Inoue. I think he can run away with this. Now, I don't know if he will, because the onus is going to be on Junto Nakatani to bring something new to the table. And I know what you're thinking, like, oh, he's got this long reach, he's fight him out at the range. Like, no. Inoue can move his head, and he's been moving his head a lot more lately and kind of, working his way into body work, fighting in the pocket. It's not all going to be fun and games at distance for Junto Nakatani. And that's what makes this fight so interesting. That's what makes it so fun. Because while I personally believe Naoya Inoue should just maul Nakatani in this fight, while I think that it could be a highlight knockout in front of 80,000 people at the Saitama Super Arena, or the Tokyo Dome, in Japan, in front of the whole world, waking the entire world up at 6 in the morning, Central Time, to watch him knock out Junto Nakatani. We're all going to remember being like, man, I was only three sips into my monster deep before I saw Inoue destroy Nakatani. That's what's at stake in this fight. That's what is on the line. I think Nakatani has the skills, though. And I think he has the weapons to beat Naoya Inoue as well. I just haven't seen him deliver that in the past. I haven't seen him show that he can do this at the level that Naoya Inoue is at. And he said he's got one more fight after this at super bantamweight. Obviously that fight is Bam. It's not good to put the cart before the horse or count your eggs before they hatch. I can give you the euphemisms all day, right? It's not good to do any of that. But if anybody has the right and the ability to do that, it's Naoya Inoue. And I don't want to get into previewing the Bam fight before Inoue beats Nakatani, because he's got to do that first. And if Nakatani beats Inoue, obviously there's going to be a rematch. He's going to have to do it twice. And you're going to want to bet on the boxer, Inoue, in that fight. But I think if Nakatani can stick to think Dmitry Bivol versus Artur Beterbiev. Or Muhammad Ali versus George Foreman, Stick and jab, make him work. Lose some early rounds. You're going to have to give up some early rounds, but it's going to have to be a dogfight. You're going to have to stay safe in this dogfight. And it's going to be a brutal dogfight at that. You're not getting out with all of yourself in this fight if you're Junto Nakatani. It's going to take a piece of him away. And that's what we love about this sport. As sad as that sounds, as sad as that is, fighters leaving something in. Ali left something in the ring with George Foreman. Bivol left something in the ring with Beterbiev. It's just Tyson Fury left something in the ring with Deontay Wilder 3 times. There's something about this sport, though, that is majestic, fantastic. They're putting their health risk. They're putting their body at risk. Willing to leave some of that for the glory, for the honor, for the money, and for our entertainment. And as fight fans, that's all we can ask for. If Junto Nakatani can pull this off, if Naoya Inoue goes in there and blows through him, regardless, he will have still left something in there. That's interesting to me. That's fun to me. And I can't wait until we get that.